So I'm here in front of my Model Y. I'm actually going to be putting a new frunk opener, and it's from Hansshow. We've had two Hansshow frunk openers now at this point. This is version 5 point something. I don't recall exactly which version of 5 it is, but it does have some additional safety features in the programming of the device. So should be pretty much the same thing, just some updated hardware, some updated software. And actually, I've already removed most of the equipment from the previous frunk opener that I have. You can hear the fan running right now because it's super hot. I waited till it was 90 degrees to do this for some reason. One of the crazy things about these frunk openers is you wouldn't think it, but it's one of the best installs of accessories that I've done. It actually is super practical. You wouldn't believe it, but I love having it, and other people who have installed these or had them installed, you can add your comments down below because I have only heard people say that they really love having it and it added a value they didn't realize it would add. So anyways, enough about that. Let's dive into the install. You need to remove this, and if you pull off the wiper blade on this side, it's just a little bolt. You actually can get more room. This lifts up and your arm is going to be pinned between this and this nice piece of bodywork right here. And it's not going to feel great. Now the next thing you want to get, trust me, you want to get something that looks like this. And I will put a link in the description of one, but basically it's a little ratchet, but on the back side you can put on some of these. You are going to need a 5mm Allen. So this goes right in there and it sits in nice and secure. And because you have such limited space down there, this allows you to work on what you're about to do next, which is install the brackets with these bolts. It's very tight down there, and I cannot recommend having one of these enough. This will definitely be worth getting. So real quick, looking at the new brackets, they are now labeled, which is nice. And this one is going to go on the driver's side, just like this. This will be back towards the driver, the bottom of the car, front of the car. And they've got a washer built into it now, which is nice. So you don't have to fumble with a washer. And literally, once we get this down there, we are going to slide this in, and it does mount roughly flush. And there's your new attachment point for the new struts. So I'll do my best to get this on film, installing this down in the corner. right, and then you're going to go through and you're going to zip tie everything up nice and tight, nice and neat. Keep everything out of the way and bundled up. So next we're going to test this out. Make sure that this height is right, because if it is, then we don't have to do anything. If it's not, you just need to adjust this a little bit on both sides. It can take a little bit, but that's the benefit of using a silver Sharpie right here. So at this point, you should have this thing adjusted, and there's a little button on the back of this module. You might be able to see that blinking light. That's a button. You press and hold that to change the settings. I've got it set on 5 of 6, and that's a good speed for me. But you're basically going to want to make sure that this thing all lines up. Now, with this new version, what I found, I had to raise this bracket as high as possible to get the latch to engage. So alignment looks okay, but I'm going to have to put a bucket in and just make sure. But basically, press the button, make sure that it latches and pulls itself down. And as you can see, alignment is not too bad right off the bat. So let's open this back up. And I'm going to go ahead and put the tub back in, and we will start checking alignment with everything put back together. And this is where you're going to start making a lot of adjustments. So I didn't do anything, and as you can see, this is way up. Over here it's just up a bit, but I'll show you how to fix this. So what is happening is right here, this is a little bump stop, so we need to push that one in, and it rests right here. So too high, so I let that one in. This one was slightly high, so I'll give it maybe a quarter turn. Let's see what that looks like. Still a little high for my liking, so we're gonna have to maybe pull that in a little bit more. And it's basically a game of doing this until you get it straight. All right, so I've completed the install now, and it went smooth as expected. It does take a little bit of time to get the hood just right. You know, you gotta adjust the latch itself, you gotta adjust the bumpers under the hood. That's really the most tedious part of this. And if you can't get the lock mechanism to latch, then you need to raise the actual bracket part that goes on top of the latch that comes with the car. So a few tips there for you. I did not have to do any Loctite or any additional things this time, so this new design does look good. I think I used 3 total tools to do this job. So very easy. I will put all the tools you need in the description just for ease. I'm telling you, that ratchet will save you a ton of time. The best part about this is you can control, open and close the hood several different ways. So let me walk you through all the ways you can do that. The most obvious way is you can use the screen. You can press the open button and it starts to open. If you press the open button again, it will close. So once you're out here, and this is the most common way I always close these, when you're getting in here, you're getting your stuff, just hit the button right here, the emergency release, and it closes the hood for you. So this one is actually going to be a little bit new on how you do this, but if you have Stats app, which is the app that I use to monitor the car, check this out. So with the Stats app open, I've got the car picked up, and right there, yes, hood opens. Press it again. Perfect. And then of course, if you haven't figured it out by now, the final way is through the app on your phone. Of course, same thing, controls, open, press it again to close it. And that's pretty much it. Be sure to get yours on Handshow's website. If you use code BTG, you'll save 15%. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel as we continue to post content regularly. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Bearded Tesla. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.